Pick up on what you just said, because it's a match that he can win, and we don't want to write him off just because he's playing Djokovic, who hasn't lost an indoor tournament for over 2 years. Nishikori did beat Djokovic about 2 months ago over in New York at the US Open. So do you feel it's possible here today?
Yeah, it's possible. He's got a chance. I mean, it's heavily in Djokovic's favour, no question about that. We've seen how well Djokovic has been playing this week. You know, Djokovic beat him a couple of weeks ago in Paris, and that was pretty straightforward for him. But Nishikori's got to play the match of his life, and he's got to play as well as he can, and just hope Djokovic has a little bit of an off day, and he's certainly got a chance.
You said Nishikori's got to play the match of his life, the best tennis he's ever played. What do you think Nishikori needs to bring to his game to try and master somebody like the master that is Djokovic? Well,
it's a combination of a couple of things. I think, of course, he's got to be very consistent from the back of the court. I think he's got to be exceptionally aggressive as well. And for a tennis player, that's tough to execute. You've got to hit near the lines. We've seen to get balls past Djokovic this week has been just incredibly tough. His retrieving skills are just amazing. So, you know, it's almost a case of Nishikori taking a little more risk, going up the line, going for more, going closer to the lines, the combination of all these things, and hopefully it should be a good one.
Best go and have a chat with him on practice court. So do come back to us, because Djokovic is coming out at 11:15 at the moment. It's so quiet. I actually like this time because it's amazing to see the transition where it is so quiet, it's bright, it's cold, it's full of aircon, to later on at 2 o'clock when they actually take each other on, Djokovic and Nishikori, where it's a packed out crowd. We have the amazing smoke, the music, the heartbeat. So it's a fantastic atmosphere.
It is. All the fans are here with us, actually, Charlie. Keeping us warm, right, which is lovely. Very nice to see you all as well. Yeah, some very interesting points there from Arvind about what Kei Nishikori's got to try and do. He's very good at peppering the lines, particularly, you know, that down the line backhand. And we saw him play an incredible number of winners in that match the other day against David Ferrer, who we must remind people was in as an alternate because Milos Raonic had to pull out with injury. And then we had what, to date, probably still is the best singles of this tournament so far.
Yeah, these two players are somewhat mirror images of each other. They play close to the baseline. As I mentioned, the backhands, both beautiful backhands, able to change direction easily. That's become the backhand down the line has become such an important shot in the last few years, especially because players are looking to run around and hit big forehands. So if you can hit your backhand up the line, this is stereotypically to a right-hander. Yeah. If you can hit that backhand up the line, it just keeps them a little bit honest, a little bit more in the center of the court, so you can find the backhand, which even for people like Djokovic and Nishikori, it's a beautiful solid shot, the forehand is still the shot that's going to do the damage. The difference between these two is probably in the serve. Nishikori, has to be said, he's serving too many double faults for his own comfort. So that's going to be a big area that's under scrutiny today, especially with the way Djokovic returns. He looks to be aggressive from the start. It's a big ask for him. I think, as we've seen in a number of the matches, Nishikori is going to have to tread that fine line between going into the red zone, making too many errors, and playing aggressively.
He just cannot afford any unforced errors against Djokovic today, can he? And if as you suggest, his serve might be slightly off, particularly if he is nursing a bit of a weaker wrist, he's on the back foot before you've even started.
Well, I'm not suggesting it might be off, but he has struggled a couple of times, and these top players have put it under lots of pressure. And I think it's a feature of all the top players, but especially Djokovic, the way Federer's playing this week. They really make you feel like every point is absolutely vital. So anytime, even the 15-all points, you think, oh, if I go 15-30 down, now I'm in trouble. Or even though I'm 30 love up, I don't want to let them into to 30-15. So they really make you sense like every point is crucial. I mean, I've sat on the side of the court, fortunately, coaching it against these guys, and any free point you get from the likes of Djokovic and Nadal, I mean, you really do breathe a sigh of relief, because you just can't believe
they don't happen, do they? I mean, you and I were sitting next. Sorry to cut across you, but we were sitting next to each other watching Berdych and Djokovic yesterday down by the side of the court, and Berdych was having to work so hard and playing some potential winners in a rally 3, 4, 5 shots before you get anywhere near winning the rally, and eventually Djokovic is obviously winning more points than Berdych.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and that's what makes him so tough to put away. I mean, you can play good tennis, you can hit your 4 or 5 shots, a couple of which would be winners against just about anybody else in the world, but with Djokovic, Federer, and Nishikori has the ability to do that as well, and this is why this is a tough matchup. They can turn that defense into attack with one good strike.